Bonjour! Bonjour!
No.
Time for bladder check. Check.
So it's a show?
It's a lifestyle.
It's a religion.
My emotions! My emotions!
I'm still French.
Ouais, c'est pas faux.
I'm a woman, Mary. I can be as contrary as I choose.
Non, moi je crois qu'il faut que vous arrêtiez d'essayer de dire des trucs.
Hello, hi, I'm Laura. I'm gonna watch Rick and Morty season 7, episode 3. Guys, like always, I'm glad to be there for a new episode of Rick and Morty. You know it, you know that I'm watching this show because it feels like a recreation for me to watch it. I know that each time I'm gonna spend a good time, even if during my binge watching of the entire show. If you were not there during that binge watching, I'm gonna put the link for the playlist that I made for it. I binge watched all of Rick and Morty in some weeks, some months, and that was so cool. I liked it so much, I was so surprised that this show could go that deep, with the characters, with their evolutions, and really I invested all of my feelings with Rick's evolution, with also some characters like Jerry, and that was so cool. And yes, I'm gonna put the link in case you're interested. And right there, I'm right on time for the season 7, to react to each new episode, and it's so cool. And I hope that, everything is gonna be okay for how I'm gonna upload this video, how it's gonna be, and all. Like for now, for YouTube, I'm forced to cut each 5 seconds to play with opacity and stuff. That's not what I want, truly. If you guys, you want to see the versions that I wanted to share with you, it's on my Patreon. For the first episode, you had the full reaction part, of the video, of the episode. You had everything because I didn't want to cut into it. The first episode was so great to be back with all of these characters that we love, to have really all of the friends together, and also because, Mr. Putty But All, I have a personal story with him, with the fact that I hate his voice, and because of that I had really big issues to have this character on screen. And turned out that watching the bonus episodes, he got my heart, so I truly appreciated the first episode, so that's why I put the full reaction part video on my Patreon. And for the second episode, it was the extended reaction part, but it's still longer, the extended reaction part, because it means that I didn't cut each 5 seconds, that I really let the scene go like I wanted to share it with you guys the first time. You have the full opacity and stuff like that. So if you guys, you wanted the video that I wanted to share with you at first, it's on my Patreon. And you have also these videos one day sooner on my Patreon. If you guys, you can be interested by that. And to support me also, if you can be interested to support me, to encourage that young French girl to continue her channel, to continue her videos and all, on my Patreon. No, it's not on the link. I can't put the link, for something else than YouTube, so it's on the description. You have the link in the description. So yes, I was saying before all of that I'm just glad to be back for a new episode of Rick and Morty, because I'm having a lot of fun watching these episodes of Rick and Morty. Each time we know that we're gonna have jokes, we know that we're gonna laugh and all, but also sometimes it can be heavy, with the emotions and all. Like, they made me cry several times, and in a way I'm expecting this episode to be a little deeper than the 2 first ones, because I don't know, I thought about it, I thought about the fact that these seasons of Rick and Morty, in fact, they are short, so right there we are already at the episode 3. I can already, think about the entire season, how they're gonna build it, how they're gonna make things for the characters to evolve, to really make stuff with them. And for these 2 first episodes, even if you can consider that the second episode with Jerry and Rick, it was for the characters to show that they really appreciate each other, they are really friends and all, deep inside. It was something that we already had before, so in fact during these 2 first episodes we didn't have anything for the characters to make them grow. It was really just episodes, like almost independent episodes, like you can put them at any moment in the season, it's working well. For this episode 3 or the episode 4, I'm gonna want, you know, a little thing for the characters. I'm gonna want more depth, you know, for the characters. Which one, I don't care, but I'm gonna want something more, something else, a little thing, you know. Rick and Morty now, we know that, okay, they are making funny jokes, funny episodes, and we are spending a good time watching them, but we are expecting more also about the characters now. So this episode or the episode 4, so this episode or the episode 4, to have that, it could be great, you know, for the progression of the season, for building things together and all. I'm expecting something like that. Last episode, like I said, it was about Rick and Jerry, and you know how much I love Jerry, so for sure I was glad. And the fact that they shared, you know, so many things about the fact that, in fact, deep inside, they appreciate each other and they are friends. For sure, I loved it. After that, you know, it went a little crazy with really mixing them together, not only the mind but also the body. I didn't like it at all. We had Memory Rick intervening, you know, to save them, and we discovered, you know, not everyone is okay with the interpretation of the hidden scene with Memory Rick. For some people, it was what happened, you know, when he was trying to save them. For other people, it's what is happening after all of that, like Memory Rick is trapped into Jerry's mind, and that's what I think. And with that fact, you know, okay, Memory Rick is trapped into Jerry's mind. Not everyone is thinking the same, you know. Some people are thinking that Rick put him right there intentionally. In fact, it was an accident. We are never gonna hear about him anymore. And me, I think that it can be useful at some point, because we saw, you know, what Memory Rick is made about. We know that it's about a bird person who created him, you know, like it's his vision of Rick, but it means also that it's a younger version of him, the hipster version of him and stuff like that. But it happened, you know, a long time ago, that episode, and since that episode, Memory Rick was into Rick's mind. So Memory Rick had access, you know, so lived, for me, you know, that's what I think, all of what Rick did between, you know, the moment when we had this episode and right now. So to have Memory Rick into Jerry's mind, for me it's great, you know. It's almost like we have a backup of Rick into Jerry's mind, into, in fact, the safest place ever. Like, if someone is trying to destroy that Rick, that person is never gonna attack Jerry for that, you know. Like, really to put a backup of Rick inside of Jerry's mind, I think that it's the best thing to do. It's the safest place ever, and it can be useful, you know. I don't think, you know, at least I don't see a lot of people who have this theory, but just know that me, I have this theory that maybe at some point Memory Rick is going to be useful, because it's really a great backup for our Rick. And we know that our Rick, you know, with all of what he's doing, with all of his vendetta thing and all, like, he can be in danger, something bad can happen to him, even if we saw also during the beginning of the second episode that he's almost immortal, you know, that this house can really make them all relive in 1 second. Still, I think that it can be useful maybe at some point. We'll see! But no, we're not gonna see that right now. Maybe we're gonna see that, you know, in season 12. Something like that. Let's go for this episode. Like I said earlier, remember that if you want to have my Patreon, you have this episode, you know, my reactions and my thoughts to each new episode of Rick and Morty 1 day sooner, and you have an extended reaction part which is already interesting because I'm not forced to cut each 5 seconds to play with opacity and stuff like that. And for big episodes, I prefer to put the full reaction part video. I can't know that in advance, so check the description to know it. And to be on my Patreon. It's really the best way to support me. You can do it right there on YouTube by liking, subscribing, commenting, sharing. Like I say each time, you know, YouTube is only seeing numbers, you know, the numbers of views, the numbers of likes, the numbers of comments. Me, I'm reading all of your comments, I'm liking some of them, I'm trying to respond to some of them and stuff like that. But for YouTube, it's only numbers, so you can support me by adding yourself, you know, to these numbers. But if you truly want to support me, it's better to do it on my Patreon, even if it's just for 1 month. It can be still appreciated and really useful. Let's go for this episode.
Before we move off this topic, can I ask...
Love you! Zepsai, Clear Christ, love you.
Hold on, 1 sec. President of the United States, thought you might think that was cool.
You like it when people think you're cool?
Yes.
Very analytical today.
I know you're in there. When I call you directly, it's an emergency.
You knew he was in therapy?
I'm president of the
Yes,
city.
I recognize you.
Oh, nice.
It's not nice to recognize a president.
It's logical, you know.
1961,
Don't go with the therapist, you know, I don't want things to be mixed. The therapist, she needs to stay, you know, in her office to work with Rick. She can't have fun with
Now
you.
she's awake and hungry.
You can't date my shrink.
What? Bro, you're not. I'm not dating your string.
Like me, he was only focused on that.
Stand down, Sanchez. Let him bang your therapist? I don't believe in therapy.
You should! Each human being should go to therapy at least once
And don't be a
in
space
his or her
cadet.
life.
Sorry, it's a cheap shot. Worship how you want. I like Tom Cruise.
Thank you.
Why?
Another president mission? You just
Again?
called this monster for him.
How about little bit of
Don't tell him he can't talk to me like that. You can't talk to Morty like that.
Hmm?
I'll portal over.
You're repeating it, you're defending Morty.
Rick, thanks for coming. We've got a
Without
situation
Morty.
in Virginia.
Bigfoot?
That's Montana. The problem in Virginia is love. You've heard the state motto, Virginia is for lovers? Virginia declares itself literally and exclusively
What's happening
for lovers.
for you, Virginia? Like, really something in Virginia? I mean, are they making fun about something which was real?
We need a crack team for this Rick meet Fleaflack. He might be able to tell the future.
Might.
And our eye in the sky is my chief of staff bot, Chi-Chi.
Chi-Chi?
Yeah, but there's something missing.
Someone?
A psychology expert,
Oh,
perhaps.
fuck me.
I own the CIA. If I wanted, I could get her genome.
So you wanted what from me? Permission? You got it. There's 3 billion women on this planet that have nothing to do with me.
Yes, please! Go fuck someone else!
Wow, that's great, buddy. It's going right on the fridge.
Chi-Chi.
I
Don't
appreciate you
sleep.
lending your expertise to this mission, Dr. Wong. Gun?
No, thank you.
I like the fact that we're gonna spend an entire episode with her. But let her be! She needs to work on Rick.
How unsettling and cryptic.
What?
You're all just drunk.
Drunk? Drugged? Aliens? It's to contaminate them. No?
Pick up your phone, asshole. When I call, it's an actual emergency. Unity.
Take it easy. Take it easy.
Unity?
Just let me get things under control.
New sense I picked up after you left. I call it separation.
You concocted a me rebel? Rick, are you in a relationship with the population of Virginia?
Oh, you need to work on his relationship with Unity.
I just want to talk.
I'm pretty sure you have trillions of cell phones. No, come back. Let's talk.
Good job.
Thank God you had a crack team with you.
Where's Helen?
Helen?
I was released from Unity.
Cool, so you won't
Why?
let me spray this.
Well, I won't.
Show your eyes.
I'm surrounded. I really believe you and Unity should talk.
How did you know? You're just a nutritionist.
No, she's your therapist.
That's all.
Ah, she was still infected.
Is it true you're looking for him again?
You almost died last time. Quit that business, and you're fired
She
from that
cares
business.
about you and she's saying all of that in front of your therapist.
Civil War, baby!
You're killing Virginia people, you know.
It's time to put these bastards on ice. Cue up the dome.
Yes, sir.
Ah! The dome! Are we into that TV show? You know, the dome?
Unexpected turmoil tonight as the entire state of Virginia continues to be trapped in
inside an energy dome.
Okay, they're not
The
dead.
president shouts of civil war, baby, as hyperbole. John came to play.
This president
Uh-huh.
has been in office for how many alien invasions? Not to mention the mutant turkeys.
I'm glad that they are blaming you for that, President Andre.
Will someone mute the goddamn news?
No.
If you list of my failures, I'll think of my mother. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Guy screaming about his mother in the war room. Sanchez.
You need a therapist.
But
But not her!
Let's listen to Unity.
Are you still here?
Are you?
If I wanted Earth, I would have taken it.
Oh,
Yes, but what do you want to do?
Made it clear we can't be friends, Rick. But I need to reconnect those people so I can properly release them.
I can handle it.
We got the spray, bitch.
Don't talk to them like that.
Rick, do you not trust
You're defending
Do
Unity.
you not trust me, Rick?
Who would?
Let Rick answer.
Baby, I know you want to help.
I think we need to move slower.
Yes,
So,
baby,
I don't
already?
trust you when you're already backseat war room.
Andre?
I
Helen.
don't trust you. You ghosted me to focus on your work. Your work is absorbing the universe, but it's my universe. We'll spray the Virginians before they touch anyone. I'm sorry you lost a finger, but that's the price of surprise butt play.
Not trusting a
I'll run the Arizona
toxic
Canada
ex. I think that it's a good move. It's that you learned from your mistake.
I'm not interested in taking this further.
What? Why? That's insane. How can you be a therapist and insane?
My sincere advice is that you overcome your need for approval.
Okay, you want to play it that way?
Yeah.
You okay?
Yes.
The news said Virginia was a hive mind.
Yes.
You guessed that it was
Oh my god,
Unity.
dude, when's the last time you saw your therapist?
Today!
Well, then she said.
No shit!
Stop yelling at me!
She came to check on you because she knew it was Unity and that you could meet a friend. What are you
Give
doing?
it to me. Give me that hive. Mother, forgive me. Just forgive me. I need it.
Ah!
Holy shit!
To have the 100% of Virginia.
Look what's in toward that. Such a beautiful scene.
And maybe the entire country.
Everyone out. The president just saved us. He's the best president. The best man really ever. His mother was wrong. Was Unity?
She's gone and I don't care.
I think she's back.
Hmm? I said I was sorry.
No, you
I
didn't.
said it quietly. Shut up.
When you left. But he was sorry. And the fact that he's repeating it in front of you. He's evolving, he's evolving, he's evolving.
Look, president. President. Good.
Then stay inside, lock up, and plug your ears.
Where are you going?
Therapy.
Thank God. Is that Unity?
It's your boyfriend. He must have linked with the severed hive minds.
And you want me to talk to him?
There's no talking to him. No human mind can keep itself together while controlling millions of people. I need Unity's help, so you need to convince her I'm worth it.
You aren't.
So lie.
You want for a therapist to intervene into your toxic relationship?
This is my therapist. She can vouch for me.
We met. She was me for a second. What do you want, Rick?
I need you to help me fix that.
Oh, it took that to make you believe me?
Why should I believe you? You sure I want to know?
I called you multiple times. You ghosted me.
Rick, is that true?
Her call.
To ghost a toxic ex in the toxic relationship? Yes, I'm okay for it.
You had an outer space lady who was worried for your life, and your response was hostile enough to cause a huge problem. Now you're asking her to...
Okay, into these extreme conditions, why not?
He doesn't know how to indicate to you he's changed.
Yes!
Because he's changing very slowly. But
Season by season. Normally it would be episode by episode. With Rick, it's season by season.
all right. So you're asking for an invasion?
You're all gonna be Unity. Yeah.
What? Why are you stopping? I won you over.
No.
All right, Rick. That's everyone.
Nice job, Yoon.
Well,
And now?
I wouldn't be doing this for anyone else, Rick.
Yeah, it was nice to team up again.
I've never released hundreds of millions of people before. This is gonna suck.
Yeah. What? Okay, you freed them all. Ah. First thing they're doing, talking about it on Twitter. I'm never gonna say XX. Never.
Here, it's over. Nice job, Yoon.
I'm fine.
I trust you now.
That's nice, but I don't trust you.
It's better like that. But you're sad. You know, Rick, it's making him sad. The situation was bad, but it's better like that, Rick, really. Toxic ex, toxic relationship.
Rick, it's Unity. Give me a call, okay? I heard you were going after that guy again. Just made me worry.
Okay, all of the messages that you never heard.
Hey Rick, listen, I'm just gonna stop by Virginia, okay?
Hey Rick, David Miscavige. Heard you were saying some really great things about Scientology.
You, really went all in on that approval, huh?
Yeah.
Meaning that you're not gonna be
Don't
reelected?
take this the wrong way, but I think I might need therapy.
Not with our therapist, not with his, like, no. Let her be. Oh, that was a cool episode. I think that I'm gonna put the 4 action part, you know, of this episode on my Patreon for the version that I'm gonna publish on my Patreon. Because it was a big episode also for Rick. With all of what happened, you know, with the therapist. The fact that she was involved in the entire episode, for sure I'm glad, because you know that I truly appreciate her, how she's thinking, you know, all of what she's saying and all of what she's doing for Rick. For sure I appreciate her and her presence and everything. So to spend an entire episode with her, it was cool. It was an entire therapy episode, you know, it was cool. All of the thing about her with the president, like the fact that during all of the opening scene, I couldn't focus on what the president was saying, you know, the monster that we would fight, because I was just focused on the fact that I felt something that I didn't like about him, who maybe was interested by her, and I didn't want that. Like, no, you're not gonna take that therapist for yourself. It was fun in the sense that Rick was doing the same. Like, really, he didn't say any word, and when he began to talk, it was to tell the president, you're not gonna fuck my therapist. So that was cool. Rick and me, we were on the same page for that. After that, the president, who really was flirting with her, you know, it made me feel weird. Like, I had the impression that something was not okay, like, no, you can't mix these two narrative arcs, you know, these aspects of Rick's life. No, you can't do that. So I'm glad that at the end it's not gonna work between them. And yes, I think that it was interesting. All of the thing also about this president who is trying to get approved by everyone. I think that it might be something, you know, with politics. In general, the fact that they want to be approved by everyone, they want to convince everyone, they want 100% of rates, but they can never have them. Maybe it's something right there, you know, it was pushed to the extreme with this president, and the fact that he wanted to contaminate everyone, to be everyone, to have that. Clearly, I think that he needs a therapy, but not with our therapist, not with Ellen. Andre, you're gonna have to see someone else and to not fuck her, him, to just visit a therapy, go in therapy. And I said what I said, you know, like, I mean, I meant what I said during this episode when I said that for me, at least once in your life, you should take a therapy, like really, at least once in your life, you should try to work on yourself to see what is not functioning, to see if you have to work on yourself or not, what can you make change, you know, into your life and all of that. Like, I had a therapist during some years who truly helped me, and like really I changed after that, and it's so great, you know, like to work on yourself and to evolve, and also it's cool. What Ellen said, you know, about Rick, the fact that he's changing, okay, really slowly. Like normally with normal characters in normal shows, it would be episode by episode, you know, step by step that he would change. Right there it's Rick, so it's really season by season that he's changing. So yes, it's really slowly, but it's changing. Like right there's the fact that he didn't want to talk with Unity because he knows that she can be toxic for him. The fact that he said sorry to his granddaughter, you know, and after that he repeated it in front of her. He was not afraid of saying it. The fact that he managed to understand that yes, he has to talk with Unity and he's gonna need his therapist for that. The fact that he understood that he was wrong, that yes, maybe he should have listened to her because she was truly worried for him and for the entire planet. You know, that he admitted his mistakes, and after that, when he saw Unity being bad, you know, like after the fact that after releasing everyone on Earth, she was feeling bad, he wanted to help her and he accepted that she didn't want his help. It made him sad. I don't think that, you know, he wants to go back with her and all, but I think that it's just the situation which is a little bad, like she can't eat for him, he can't eat for her, they can't trust each other, not really. It's like that, you know. Oh, the sun suddenly? We're gonna end the episode like that, okay? So I was saying, Rick realizing, you know, all of that, it's so great. It's showing, you know, that the guy is evolving and it's making me proud. Proud of him, proud of, yes, of everything which is happening for him. I don't want really these two to get back together, you know, Unity and him. I can see that he was feeling sad, but I think that it's really more about the circumstances which were sad. But her, no, like really she wants to have the entire universe for herself. So no, we don't want that. We don't want that for him neither. But everyone knows that Rick is after him. You know, for Unity to know it, it means that it's a rumor which is out there, you know, in space that everyone is talking about. That can't be great, you know. For everyone to know about it, it means that all of his enemies are gonna know about it, not only him, but really all of them. We'll see if it can have consequences. This episode was so cool! I'm wondering, you know, why Virginia? Why that thing happened in Virginia, you know, country of love and all. I'm wondering if there is a joke right there that I didn't have because I'm not from US. Tell me that, you know, if you know if something was right there made to criticize or make fun at Virginia, tell me that. The dumb situation was fun. For sure, it reminded me of that show, you know. All of the thing, you know, about the president who wants to be the one to intervene to save them all and everything. That was fun also. It was really a full Rick episode, a full Rick and his therapist episode, a full therapy episode. Like Morty, we had him, but really just a little. An entire episode about Rick and his therapist. So cool! I said in the intro, you know, that the two first episodes were really fun, but like really there were independent episodes, meaning that they could be at any place, you know, into the season, it wouldn't change anything. Right there, it's a deeper episode because of all of the things about Rick, about Unity, about what the therapist is saying, about Rick changing, and all of what we can see of Rick who is truly changing, proving it. It's so cool. That's the kind of episodes, you know, that I want to see also now into Rick and Morty. And to put it right there, you know, into the season, episode 3, I think that it's really the good way to do it because, like I said, after the two first episodes, I was expecting it. For this episode 3 or the episode 4, I could have waited, you know, one more episode. But to have it right now, it means that I'm right, you know, about how they are building seasons and what to expect, you know, for the characters and stuff like that. For the evolution of each one of them and for the narrative arcs and all. So cool! Tell me what did you think of this episode. Again, I'm gonna put the full reaction part, you know, everything, all of the scenes, all of the episode on my Patreon because I don't think that I want to cut into it, you know, for the Patreon version because so many things happened and it was so cool. So yes, I'm gonna put the full reaction part on my Patreon if you guys, you can be interested by it and to support me also. Okay, so it's all for you and for me for today, so it's all for me for now. So bye for now. Bye.
Wait a minute, Doc. Are you telling me that you built a time machine? Hey.